in the market for a new apartment or a rental house? Well, be prepared to pay a little more here in Oregon. A new study is out showing that Oregon ranks 9th highest in the country when it comes to rental prices. Joe Ranieri is looking into this. And Joe, this is no surprise to anyone who rents in the Rose City. So what are leasing managers telling us about the study?
Well, Brittany, I talked to 3 different leasing managers, and all 3 tell me they're not surprised by the new study. They did tell me that the rental market is softening up a little bit, but they don't expect it to stay that way for too long.
If you're planning on making a move into a new place in Oregon, get ready to pay.
Apartments are about that price range. Homes, definitely not. You're not going to touch a home anymore in that price range.
A recent study published by Forbes Home took data from the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and found that Oregon ranks 9th in the country for rental prices. Just how much? $1,284. According to the report, that's the average monthly rent for all rental homes, including apartments and homes. Taking into account the average yearly income for Oregonian residents, which is just over $61,000 in 2021, and renters are on average putting 25% of their paychecks toward rent for their apartment or house.
Really, you're not going to rent a home for less than $2,000 anymore, and you're going to be more like $2,200 plus now for a home.
Darla Andrew is the owner of Rent Portland Homes. Her office has seen some changes to the market over the last couple of months.
Rent definitely has gone up. We are seeing the market soften a little bit right now just because the rental market is very saturated from owners not being able to sell their home.
Even though now might be a slightly better time to get into a rental, Andrew doesn't expect to see the market stay like it is now for very long.
Once the inventory that couldn't sell goes away, it's rented, I do believe rents will just start climbing again.
She expects by this spring or summer, renters could be paying up to $200 more a month for a rental.
We've been treading, 5-7% a year. I think we're going to stay on that average for the year. I don't think it'll change.
A trend that's going to continue to climb across the city and the state.
So you might be wondering who ranks the highest from this report. Well, Hawaii is number 1 with an average rent of over $2,100, followed by California at $1,800 a month for rent on average for all rentable homes, according to this report. Brittany, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Joe.